Welcome to the next section of relationship marketing, where you will learn how to use channel building as a method, as a strategy for you to generate leads for your business. In the last video, we covered relationship marketing, where you use your customers and you use networks for you to build your business. We explored 4 different strategies in the last video. The first one was called customer referral request. The second one was called customer referral program. The third one was called using an influencer as a mentor. And the fourth one was called using a business network for you to generate referrals. In this video of relationship marketing, we're going to explore how do we use channels, how do we build channels for our business, leverage relationships through those channels for you to generate more leads for your business. And we're going to explore 5 different kind of channels you can build for your business. The first one is where we are going to explore how to use a channel called a referral partner method for you to build referrals and leads for your business. The second channel we're going to explore is how to use an agent or an affiliate model for you to generate leads and building a channel for your business. The third channel which we're going to explore is a dealer distributor method for you to generate leads for your business. The fourth channel we're going to explore is a licensing or a franchisee method for you to generate more business. And the fifth method, or the fifth channel which we're going to explore, is how to use a joint venture strategy for you to expand your business by generating leads. Now, before we go into exploring what these 5 different channels are and how can you use these channels for your business, we need to identify and be clear about what are the rules which you need to follow while building these channels, because ultimately by building channels, they become an extension of your business and they become responsible for generating more business for you. It's one of the most effective marketing strategies to use to expand your business, explode your business, and generate more leads from your business. But you need to follow these rules to make sure that these channels and this strategy works for you. Rule number 1, you need to know which channel is actually relevant for your business. The keyword is relevance. What's the keyword, everybody? Absolutely. Because not all channels are going to be relevant for you. In fact, it's not advisable to use any channel if it's not relevant for you. Otherwise, you're not going to leverage the best out of that channel, and it won't give you the right return on investment for you to use that channel. So always identify which channel is relevant for your business, your product type, and your business model. Rule number 2, you need to assess who has access to your amazing customer. Because remember this, the whole point of building a channel strategy is to use that channel to gain access to your amazing customer. And if the channel does not have access to your amazing customer, or the person you are identifying does not have access to your amazing customer, then building this channel is a pointless exercise. And apart from having the access to your amazing customer, the channel which you're building, the person who's going to execute the channel, that person needs to have the skill and the will to be your channel. Because remember this, when you're building a channel, they become an extension of your business. They will be representing your business. And if they don't have the skill or they don't have the will to represent you with the right kind of quality, the right kind of intention which you desire, then this strategy is not going to work for you. So you got to remember 3 things. 1, they need to have access to your amazing customer. 2, they need to have the skill for them to be this channel for you. And 3, they also need to have the will to execute this channel for you. If not, you will not get the right kind of return on investment which you're planning to get by executing this channel building strategy. Rule number 3, you need to be very clear what's in it for them. By becoming your channel, by becoming an extension of your business, how will they gain? What is in it for them? Why should they partner with you? What can you offer them which currently they don't have, or currently that they can receive value from? Because bottom line, the rule is this: while you are building a channel, they need to also gain value. Is it about your business? Yes. Are you going to use this strategy to expand your business? Yes. Will it give you more leads and help you to build your business? Yes. But it also needs to add value for them. And if it's not adding value for them, why would they partner with you? So you got to be very clear. What's in it for them? What can you offer them which will add value for them, which currently they don't have. Rule number 4, you need to always make them win because their success is your success. Remember this, if they don't win, their motivation, their willingness, their ability to contribute to you will not be up to the mark. Because ultimately they are a part of your business. They're an extension of your business. So they need to win more than you. Because when you're using a channel, you're using a channel to distribute your products and services or to sell your products and services through those channels. And of course, the amount of margins get diluted, the effort goes through the roof, and if they don't win, then you will never win. So rule number 4 is to make sure that your channels are always winning, because when they succeed is the only way you'll succeed. Here is where most businesses make a critical mistake. They don't make it a win-win situation where they only think about how they're going to win and they squeeze their channels. They squeeze the people through whom they distribute their products and services, through whom they sell their products and services through. And if that person doesn't win, then you're never going to win. And those strategies eventually fail and bring the business crashing down, because once you use a channel building strategy, a lot of your sales and marketing will depend on these channels, because that's how you can spread across geographies. So rule number 4, always make them win, because their success is your success. Rule number 5, how will you build this channel? Where will you find them? How will you sell the idea to them? Because you need to remember this, you can't just find any random person who's willing to sell for you or willing to generate referrals for you. There's a method to it and there's a criteria for you to select, because ultimately remember this, they need to have the skill, they need to have the will, and they need to have access to your amazing customer. So how will you build this channel? What will be your marketing strategy for you to identify your channels in the first place? Because you need to find out where will you find them, and you need to also sell the idea to them so that they're willing to become your channel. Rule number 6, what will be your model of engagement? Because the biggest mistake which people do while building a channel is that they believe that once I have the channel in place, once I select the channel, and once I've told them what they need to do, it's their job to execute it. Everybody say, wrong answer. What you need to do is that you got to engage the channel, which means that once you identify and select the channel, your work doesn't end. Your work actually starts. What are going to be your terms of engagement? How is going to be the financial model between the both of you? How are they going to win? How are you going to win? How are you going to support them? How are you going to train them? How are you going to track their process, their progress? How are you going to ensure that you're supporting them in every function of them executing this channel? How are you going to track their progress? How are you going to reward them? Everything needs to be identified. How will you engage and constantly build and manage the channel so that the channel ultimately performs? Because at the end of the day, the whole reason why you're building these channels in the first place is for you to expand your business, generate more leads, and because of that, you constantly need to support them, train them, track them, and measure their progress. So now that you've explored and you've learned what are the rules to ensure that a channel building strategy is successful, let's start exploring the 5 different channels. We're going to start the first strategy of channel building, which is called the referral partner method. Now, how does the referral partner method work? Basically, a referral partner strategy is where you identify a referral partner whom you will partner with to constantly exchange referrals with you. Now, can you have more than one referral partner? Yes. This is very different from a network, because in a business network, there are multiple people from various different businesses who come together to exchange referrals to each other. But a referral partner group or a referral partner strategy is a lot more focused of an approach for you to generate referrals in order to build your business. So how does this work? A referral partner is another business or another professional whose amazing customer is the same as yours, which means that it's not like they're going to connect you to your amazing customer based on the capacity of their network. Their amazing customer is the same as yours. Now, when I'm saying this, you may be wondering, if you and your referral partner has the same amazing customer, isn't there a conflict of interest? Now, here's the other criteria. While their amazing customer is the same as yours, they need to be in a different business. And they need to be in a complementary business than from yours, which is a non-compete business to yours. Which means what? When it comes to your amazing customer may look forward to a lot of products and services. And sometimes when people are looking for an overall solution, different products, different vendors, different services contribute to creating an overall solution based on the needs, problems, and desires of your customer. Therefore, when you're identifying a referral partner, it's effective if your referral partner is a complementary business than yours, where together it offers an overall solution for your amazing customer. But more important than that, the referral partner needs to be in a non-compete business, because the worst thing you can have is for you to compete with your referral partner, because that becomes a complete conflict of interest and doesn't make any sense. So, number one, your referral partner needs to have the same amazing customers as you. Number two, your referral partner needs to be in a complementary business than you. Number three, your referral partner needs to be in a non-compete business as you. And that probably is the most important criteria among all of these criteria. Now, while you're building a referral partner group, what you need to keep in mind that what is in it for everybody? What's in it for everybody is that everybody gets referrals. Because the way a referral partner group works is that every single referral partner connects their current customers to each other. Because ultimately, the amazing customers for all the referral partners are the same. So, it's a lot more of an effective strategy than just being a part of a business network, because over here, everybody has access to your amazing customer, because your amazing customer is their amazing customer, and their amazing customer is your amazing customer. So why not exchange customers? Because when someone is already working with a current customer and they refer another vendor who's in a complementary or a non-compete business, it's easier for you to get connected to that customer because there's already a referral point. Now, how does this work for everybody? One, everybody gets referrals. Two, it works on exchange of referrals, which is a win-win situation, and it doesn't work on a commission model. Because I want you to think about this. If you're going to give a kickback to someone who connects a referral to you, or someone gives you a kickback if you have given a referral to them, and when I'm using the word kickback, I'm talking the word commission for referring someone to a customer, it may not make practical profitable sense, because every business, the transaction value could be different. Let's say, for example, if you look at a business which is into training services and you look at a business which is into recruitment services, the amazing customer for both of them is an HR manager. Now, both of them are in complementary businesses, and both these businesses also are non-compete in nature. But the transaction value, the billing value for one recruitment, which a recruitment agency would charge a customer, versus how much a training company would charge a customer, may vary from transaction to transaction. And therefore, coming up with the commission percentage which is common may not make practical sense. But bottom line, the whole reason why you have this strategy in the first place is to use this partnership to exchange referrals with each other, because both the customers for both the partners are the same. So it's a classic win-win situation, and it works clearly based on exchange of referrals and not based on exchange of commissions. So, how many referral partners should you have? Ideally, 7 to 8 referral partners, which means that 7 to 8 different businesses which are complementary in nature and non-compete in nature grouped together to become referral partners for each other. That is the ideal sweet spot of a referral partner group you should have. But the maximum number of referral partners you should have is 12. Because if you have more than 12, one, it becomes very difficult to manage the entire system and manage each other. Two, it dilutes the purpose, because the focus in which you can connect people to your customers becomes very, very low. Think about this. If you have 10 customers and you need to connect your 10 customers to more than 12 people, every single customer connecting them to 12 people, it may not be a fruitful exercise, because even your customer may not appreciate it. So 7 to 8 is good, maximum 12, don't go beyond 12, because it will dilute the entire objective of this group. But to make sure that this strategy works for you, this group needs to be managed and controlled through a system. What do you need to control by using a system? Control the participation and the measurement of your progress. Which means what? People need to meet regularly, and people in that meeting, all the referral partners should sit down, evaluate what are their current customer list and see what are the connections they're going to make over the next 1 week or the next 15 days. Now, I'm not saying you got to meet every week. I'm saying you can meet even once in 15 days. It's perfectly fine, which is once in 2 weeks. But you need to have a system to ensure that people are meeting. If not, no one's going to take this seriously. Because if you don't have systems, you don't have control. Systems work. People don't. That's my sincere belief. And you need to have a system to make sure that people are participating, as well as you're measuring the progress of how people are performing. Because the whole purpose why everybody's coming together is to generate referrals for each other, and by connecting your existing amazing customers to each other, which means there's actually no reason for people not to contribute, because everybody has customers in that field. So the system needs to make sure that everybody's doing their bit. Everybody's connecting their existing amazing customers to each other so that everybody's winning. If not, the whole purpose goes completely down the drain. So you need to make sure that it's a complementary business, it's a non-compete business, so that, and the amazing customer of all these businesses are the same. It works on a win-win situation where it works on exchange of referrals rather than a commission model. And you need to have a sweet spot of about 7 to 8 referral partners and a maximum of 12, with a system to manage and control the participation and the measurement of performance of each other. Is that clear, everybody? Now, let me give you an example of how this works. Let me give an example of an MBA member. Her name is Saujanya, and she's into the business of financial consulting and training, and her amazing customer are corporate organizations. Now, how did she come up with a referral partner group? She partnered with a soft skill training company as well as a technical training company who focuses on technical languages like C++, Python, Excel, MS Office, etc., etc. And the soft skill company was dealing with soft skill training programs like communication, time management, stress management, etiquette, etc. And she was into financial training. And all of these three businesses are completely complementary in nature and also non-compete in nature, having the same amazing customer, which is a corporate organization. By just implementing the referral partner strategy in a span of just 4 months, Saujanya was able to generate 7 referrals. Now, some of you may be thinking, only 7 referrals? Isn't it less? Let me tell you what the value of those referrals were. 7 referrals over a period of 4 months, it happened in just 4 meetings. And that 7 quality, completely scrutinized, completely filtered, amazing customer, where there's no thought, no negotiation about the fact that the persons or the customers which Saujanya was getting connected to is actually her amazing customer. And those 7 referrals amounted to a total revenue of $20,000 because it came from a referral source and it came from someone who's already been interacting with that client. And that's the magic this strategy can create. And just by implementing this regularly and consistently, the amount of business you can generate without doing any kind of proactive marketing efforts by making the noise, by just using a referral partner strategy, you can do a lot of business. Let me give you another example. We have 3 business owners in our MBA system. There's one business owner whose name is Nitin Lunia, who's into the business of exterior cladding and flooring products. And their target customer is an architect. We have another business owner whose name is Govind, who's into home furnishing and the curtains business, and also his amazing customer is also architects. And we have a third business owner whose name is Jignesh Sona, who's into swimming pool and spa construction, whose amazing customer are architects. Now, I wanted to see this. All of these 3 businesses are completely different. They are non-compete and they're complementary because all of these 3 businesses approach architects as a vendor for them to build their house or their building or whatever property they're going to build. And they 3 come together to create an amazing referral partner group, connecting each other to their existing clients in ensuring that everybody is winning without having any kind of commission exchange. Because I'm sure you'll agree with me that the cost or the transaction value of building a swimming pool is way, way, way more than the cost or the transactional value of selling home furnishing and curtains. Now, if they go into a commission method, it may not make sense between all of them. But at the end of the day, what all 3 of these business owners want is to gain access to more amazing customers, and they 3 come together to exchange their customer base to each other using a referral approach. So yes, by using a referral partner strategy, using about 7 to 8 referral partners as a sweet spot, maximum of 12, you can create a group which can constantly and consistently give you referrals in a very easy, very effective manner so that it gets you more leads in a lot more effective way. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to use the relationship marketing task and identify what are the kind of businesses you can approach to become your referral partner, and what is going to be your method, your strategy for you to manage this entire referral partner group and get started on building a referral partner. Of course, you need to orient them. Of course, you need to teach them what I just taught you. But get started in identifying who can you approach to become your referral partner, because once you have about 3 to 4 referral partners itself, you'll start seeing the magic happening. So go out there and make this happen. So now that you've understood the referral partner strategy of channel building, let's go into the next strategy of channel building, which is called the agent or affiliate strategy. Now, who is an agent or an affiliate? An agent or affiliate is a person who represents your business and sells your products and services on your behalf, but they are not employed by you. They work on a commission model. So yes, they are like a part of your team itself, which means you're hiring them on an agency model or an agent model because they are empowered or they're empaneled and given the authority to use your name, use your brand, represent you and go out there and sell for you. But their role is only for them to sell and market for you. It would primarily be your role for you to execute the operational part of this entire business, which means that they are not a part of your team, but they are an extended part of your team, not working on a salary, but working on a commission model. And you can have independent agents, you can have exclusive agents, a lot of methods are possible, but the key is that they work on commission, which means that depending upon how many sales they generate for you, based on that, they would take a revenue share or a profit share from you, depending upon what you negotiate with them. So, and in this method, it's obviously a lower risk method for you because you are not committed to ensure that you're paying a fixed salary for them, because obviously some of your businesses may be seasonal, which means that you may not need someone to sell or market for you throughout the year. You may probably need someone to market and generate leads from you only at a certain period of the year, and therefore having an agent strategy or an affiliate strategy is a very useful strategy to make sure that you're tapping into a seasonal business, specifically when you need a huge volume of people at a certain amount of time, and that may not be required in remaining parts of the year. And therefore, it works on a commission model so that you also winning where there's no risk in terms of a fixed salary, as well as the agent is winning where they get rewarded for what leads or sales they generate for you. The main purpose or the main objective of the agents is to generate leads for you, which means what? They will bring you interested, qualified people, and probably in most businesses, you eventually need to pitch or sell to them and convert the lead into a customer. But they go out there, scout and identify people, bring you prospects and leads after pre-qualifying them as an amazing customer or a breadwinning customer or a convenience customer. And this method is a very systematic, very controlled method with accountability, because all agents have targets, all agents get training, all agents are given all the support systems and collaterals for them to go out there and execute their marketing activities and generate leads for you. Now, when it comes to an affiliate, how is an affiliate different from an agent? An agent is someone who represents your brand and approaches prospects and potential leads using your name and your brand name. But an affiliate may not necessarily do that, because an affiliate can be anybody who probably on a part-time basis talks about who you are, talks about what can you do, and connects them through you. It's more of a goodwill referral. And an affiliate strategy may have a control system, may not have a control system, but also works on a commission model. In fact, I know a lot of people who use their own customers as affiliates so that they bring in more leads and other customers like them, and also use this as a business opportunity to earn more money through commissions. So an agent and an affiliate model is a great model for you to use in terms of a marketing strategy for you to generate more leads through a commission model. Let me give you a simple example. Now, an example of a real estate company who's into construction. This is a company whose business owner's name is Premanand, and he's a part of the MBA system, and his company's name is Varnam Constructions. Let me tell you what happened with him. He decided to use an agent strategy and started building a team of agents for them to go sell his properties. And if you look at most real estate businesses, they use the agent model as a real estate agent or a real estate broker to go and find leads for the real estate company and eventually showcase those properties to them. And by using a simple agent model, he is able to get 2 qualified leads per month. And 2 qualified leads per month through just one agent is a pretty good number when it comes to a small time real estate company. And each lead had the potential of generating over $100,000 for Premanand. And that took his business to a whole new level. Let me give you another example, an example of how can you use an affiliate model. So we have a business owner in our MBA system whose name is Kamalaksh Nayak, and he is into the business of salon and spas, and today he has 5 salon and spas in one particular location in the country. And his affiliate are hotels. Let me explain to you how this works. He has a very exclusive service where he provides salon and spa services based on where you are, rather than getting you to come to a spa and salon only, because he's present in a touristy location where a lot of tourists come in and they want luxury, they want at-home service. They don't want to go there, find a salon and spa, get their haircut, get their massage, get a spa done, and that they don't want to put in that effort. They want everything on their beck and call. So he uses all the neighboring hotels, all the neighboring guest houses, all the neighboring accommodation facilities which are available around his spa as an affiliate. And he keeps his menu card of what sort of services in terms of salon and spa are available, and the hotel markets these services to their in-house customers. And then someone from his salon and spa comes into the hotel for a haircut, for a massage, or for whatever salon and spa purposes, and the hotel gets a commission for every single lead which Kamalaksh gets. This is a classic example of an affiliate strategy where the affiliate is promoting or promoting another brand, but by not being a part of the brand. Whereas when it comes to an agent strategy, the agent represents your brand by talking about your brand to the customer as if they are a part of the brand. That's the big difference between an agent strategy and an affiliate strategy. And both strategies work on a commission model and is a very effective way for you to expand your business and generate more leads for your business, especially if you want to expand through geographical locations. All right? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to identify what are the criteria which you are looking forward to for you to empanel an agent or an affiliate for your business. Where can you find these agents or affiliates for your business? How will you train them? What collateral will you give them? Execute the task for you to get prepared in implementing this strategy of agents and affiliates for your business if it's relevant for you. Okay, so we've explored 2 strategies and 2 methods of channel building. The first one is called the referral partner strategy, and the second one is called an agent and affiliate strategy. Now we're going to explore a third type of strategy for you to build a channel, which is called a dealer-distributor strategy. Now, a dealer-distributor strategy is something which is very common across the world as a strategy, but a very, very effective medium for you to expand your business and start generating leads and customers if you want to expand in multiple geographical locations, city-wise, state-wise, province-wise, country-wise, world-wise, it doesn't matter. But if you're a manufacturer or a trader, or you are into a product business firm where you're manufacturing products in specific, then a dealer distributor strategy is for you. So how does a dealer distributor strategy work? A dealer distributor strategy as a way of getting more leads and geographically expanding your business is a very sales-centric approach, which means that dealers will buy products from you and based on their geographical presence will sell it to the customers in their locality or their locational presence. And therefore, this is a strategy which has no limitation, no cap on where you can open up your business, because you can always find dealers who can sell your products in different locations all over the world. And eventually in this strategy, your dealers become your customers because they buy from you and they sell to your amazing customers. So your dealers actually become your customers because they're buying products from you, stocking them, and then selling it to your actual amazing customers. And that's how this strategy is completely different from an agent or an affiliate strategy, because in an agent or an affiliate strategy, they're not buying products from you. But here, dealers are buying products from you and they have their margins and then they sell to you. So, and that's how the entire supply chain works. Now, what's the difference between a dealer and a distributor? When you have many dealers in a particular location, in more simple words, a distributor is someone whose role is to appoint more dealers, where they buy products from you in a lot more bigger volumes, and they find other dealers who eventually will start selling to your amazing customers. So it's a mechanism to make sure that when your product range and your market presence is expanding in a particular location, when you have multiple dealers, you should be appointing a distributor who will find more dealers for you and take over that responsibility. So the way it works is like a channel, like a network, where you have distributors who in turn sell to dealers, and dealers who in turn sell to your amazing customers. Now, while this is happening, your dealers can obviously customize and start seeing how they can make more money off your products and services, like customization, like servicing of the products and services, where actually they make a lot of good margins. Let me give a classic example of a business a business across the world which has a typical dealer distributor model. Automobile businesses. Any big car manufacturer, ultimately the way they sell, the way they market to their amazing customers is by appointing dealers across the world. And these dealers are responsible for buying these products, which is the cars in this case, from the manufacturer, and then based on their location, they start marketing and they sell these products, which are these cars, to the customers based on their location. Now how do they make more money? Obviously, most of these dealers also have their servicing units, and they take up all the servicing assignments for the cars to be serviced, and that's how they make more money, because the manufacturer, even though trains the dealer, sets up SOPs, which are standard operating procedures and protocols of how the servicing needs to happen. It's the dealer who actually takes care of the entire servicing, which gives them an opportunity to make more money and customize over the products which they sell. And this is how the entire network is made for you to expand your business geographically through a dealer distributor network. Let me give you another example. So we have a businessman whose name is Ayan Khan, and he's in our MBA system, and he is into a retail business of selling cycles for a popular brand in the country. And he had 10 bicycle retail shops all across the city. But the problem he was facing is that in spite of the fact that he had 10 retail shops where he was a dealer for multiple brands, he was facing heavy competition, and his customers would go to the showroom or the shop where they would get a cheaper cycle. And because of that, he wasn't able to create any noise, not able to establish his name, and because of that, he wasn't doing too well in business. And more than anything else, he wasn't able to scale up because even the people to whom he was procuring these cycles from had a lot of restrictions for him to expand his network and start venturing into other locations. So what he did is that he came up with his own brand of cycles, and which was not very difficult, because ultimately he just had to procure it from a manufacturer and brand it under his own brand. But he started appointing his own dealers and started spreading his visibility and his market presence all over the country. And today he has multiple chains all across the country, which has got him to have more visibility, more margins, and through dealers, his cycles are available in multiple places. And when his main purpose was to expand his business geographically, in spite of having 10 shops, he wasn't able to do that by just simply appointing more dealers using his own brand of cycles. Today he's present all over the city and very soon all over the country. So a dealer distributor method is a fantastic way, if you are in the product space, if you're a manufacturer or a trader, for you to use this strategy to build more channels, to get more leads and get more customers. So what I want you to do is this. I want you to identify what are the criteria which you need in a dealer. How are you going to find these dealers, and what are the modes of engagement you're going to have with them? What's the kind of engagement strategy you're going to have with them in order for them to win, in order for you to win, so that they can also promote your business and generate more leads and also sell for you. So let's explore what are the different kind of channel building strategies we've explored so far. The first one we explored was called the referral partner strategy. The second one which we explored was called the agent and affiliate strategy. And the third one, which is specifically relevant if you're in the product business, either you're a manufacturer or a trader, the third strategy which we explored was a dealer distributor strategy. Now the fourth one which we're going to explore is a franchise strategy of channel building. And this strategy is, though very, very popularly and commonly known all across the world, is a very, very effective strategy to expand your customer base, expand the leads you generate in terms of geography when you really want to scale up your business. And it's predominantly a strategy which is more effective for service-based businesses. However, it also can be customized for product-based businesses in the form of licensing. And licensing and franchising is not very different, because you have a lot of virtual products where licenses are given out for people to sell, which works like a typical dealer-distributor method itself, but it's just called a franchise model. And sometimes it's a combination where you're dealing in products as well as you're dealing in services, so you take up a franchisee of the entire business in itself. But predominantly, a franchise strategy for channel building is mainly for service-based businesses. Again, I repeat, however, it can be customized even for product-based businesses, which requires a lot of customization and personalization for you to build for your business. So how does a franchise strategy work? When it comes to a dealer-distributor strategy, that is a very sales-centric strategy where the dealer or the distributor will buy the products and services from you, which means the production, the procurement, or anything which happens in the background for the products to be ready is done by the main business. And the dealer and the distributor buys the products and services from you and sells it to your customer. So it's their responsibility to market, their responsibility to obviously get leads, and their responsibility to sell those products. And the more leads they get, the more they buy from you. Yes, like I already explored with you in the last strategy, that definitely a lot of customization in terms of servicing can happen even if you're using the dealer-distributor strategy. But when it comes to the franchise strategy, the way it's different is that rather than being sales-centric, complete business functions are adopted by another business and they take over completely. Very few business functions are actually done by the main business, which is the franchisor. So there are two entities when it comes to the franchisee strategy. There's a franchisee, which is the channel who will take over certain business functions from your business in a particular location, and there's a franchisor, which is you, which is the main mother business. And the kind of business functions which the franchisee takes over are marketing, sales, and even operations for that service mainly. So they adopt all the practices, all the processes, all the standard operating procedures and implement it in the particular location where they are present. And this is again a very effective strategy to expand your business, generate more customers and leads if you want to scale up geographically. So only restricted business functions are done by the franchisor. Centralized marketing, R&D, overall management, these are different functions which are done by the franchisor itself, and the franchisee works like a completely different business unit but executing certain business functions for that particular location under the brand name of the mother business, which is the franchisor. And that brand name is what is capitalized and adopted for a franchisee to build their business. And the way the engagement works in this strategy, it works on the royalty and the revenue sharing model, which is customized from business to business, but that's exactly how the franchise business works, where revenue is shared in the form of royalty to the main franchisor, as well as royalties given to the franchisor for sharing the brand name with the franchisee. And that depends on business to business based on how the engagement works out. So a lot of businesses out there adopt a franchisee method as a very, very effective way to expand their business. A classic example is the salon and spa business. Let me give an example of a business here. Now there are two entrepreneurs. Their name is Raghib and Parul, and they run a wellness center called Celebrate Life. And they have started offering franchisees to small and medium business owners, because small and medium business owners, they have a lot of money parked and they don't know where to invest money. And a lot of people are looking at getting into different business lines. One of the very easy way or very effective method to get into a different business is to take up a franchisee. And today, just in a span of 1 year, Parul and Raghav have 6 outlets. 5 of them are franchisees. And today they're getting paid based on royalty, they're getting a revenue share of all the business which is generated through these franchisees, and they're not even operating these franchisees. So franchisees, if you're in the service business, is a fantastic way for you to expand your business geographically through multiple locations, gives you massive scale, and for you to generate a lot more customers and get a lot more reach and market share. So here's what I want you to do. If the franchise strategy is relevant for your business, especially if you're in the service line or service business, and if it's relevant for you to start today. Because remember this, not all of these channels are going to be relevant for you, and relevance is not just a function of which one is relevant. Another big parameter for you to decide relevance is based on when is it relevant for you, because sometimes you're not ready to get into a franchise model, because you need to have a profitable business in the first place for you to start rolling out franchisees. Because if you're not making money right now, how do you expect your franchisees to make money? So you got to keep this in mind, and you got to identify with your task who are the kind of people whom you would identify to roll out your franchisees to. What are the criteria you want to have for you to select the right kind of franchisee, and how you're going to work with them? What is going to be the mode of engagement, the commercial engagement, the support engagement, the training engagement? All of those details are there in your task for you to figure out and get aware of, so that you start getting ready to start approaching franchisees. And the bigger question is this: where are you going to find them? How are you going to select them? And how are you going to get them on board? So go out there and make this task happen to start working on your franchise strategy. So we've explored 4 channel building strategies so far. The first one is called the referral partner strategy. The second one is called the agent and affiliate strategy. The third one is called the dealer distributor strategy. And the fourth one is called the franchise strategy. All of which are extremely effective strategies which needs to be decided for your business based on relevance. Relevance, if it's relevant for the type of business you are in. 2, if the timing is right, are you ready to have such a strategy? Now, irrespective of whichever strategy you choose, irrespective of when you choose it, there are certain pillars, certain points you got to keep in mind, which creates the foundation, rather creates the criteria if this strategy will be effective for you or not. Because remember the rules of coming up with a channel building strategy. Everybody needs to win. Your channel needs to win. If they don't win, you will never win. If they're not successful, you will never be successful. So what are the pillars which ensure that channel building, specifically these 4 strategies, will be successful? Number 1, a big concern which a lot of channels, people who are traders, people who have taken up franchises, people who have taken up dealerships or distributors, they have with the sole mother companies, is that they don't get marketing support. Now, it is their responsibility to do localized marketing, but it is your responsibility to make sure that you're doing centralized marketing. Because if you don't build credibility of your brand, if you don't build credibility of your products and services, if you don't spread awareness that there is your products, your brand out there available for customers which can solve their needs, their problems and their desires, irrespective of what local marketing they do, what localized marketing they can have, it will never help them to achieve the kind of results they want. So, as a mother company, when you're building channels, you need to provide marketing support by doing it for them centrally, as well as helping them and telling them how can they do it in a localized manner. 2, you got to make sure that the business model you're offering them is profitable and scalable. Which means what? While you are making money, while you dilute into a channel, they also need to make money. In fact, they need to make more money than what you would make from them. A big indicator that this may not work is that if from each channel, if you're making more money than what they're making, then it probably may not work, because at the end of the day, they're the ones putting in the investment. They're the ones who are actually going out there and selling to their customers, so their effort is high. Your effort is the manufacturing effort. Now, I'm not saying you should not make money, but you're playing the volume game, because you're going to have multiple franchises and multiple dealers. And there is no effort once the manufacturing is done or once the rollout has happened in terms of actually carrying out the business. So they need to win. It needs to be profitable. And 2, it needs to be scalable, which means that they should be able to do it. You know, there are certain businesses where the way the business is executed, the quality and the skills required for the business, not everybody can do it, which means it's not scalable, which means it cannot be duplicated. And if it can't be duplicated, using a channel makes no sense. So you got to make sure that the business model you have before you venture into a channel building strategy, it needs to be profitable and it needs to be scalable, which means other people need to make money and they need to be able to do it in the first place. The third pillar you got to keep in mind is that you got to provide initial support to help them set up their channel, their business, and transition to them. The mistake you can make is to assume that once you identify and partner with the channel, your job is done. In fact, once you identify and partner with the channel, your job starts. You need to support them. You need to help them. You need to make sure they set up and then transition what they need to do from you to them in a effective manner so they're prepared to start taking it over on your own. Remember this, every channel you work with, it is an extension of you, which means that if they don't perform, you will ultimately suffer. So you got to make sure that you help them, support them in the initial transition phase so they're prepared to start performing and they're confident enough to take it on their own. The fourth pillar is that you got to provide them with regular training and mentoring. Like your team members, they constantly need to get trained because they will have gaps, they will have performance challenges, and ultimately it's your business. So you got to provide them with regular training, regular support, mentoring them to ensure that they're moving in the right direction and they're constantly improving their performance because that's the only way they're going to win. You got to work on their competencies too because competency is one of the ways to improve their business. 5. You got to make sure there's a strong performance review and a management system, which means that just because they are your channels doesn't mean the job is done. You got to review their performance. You got to make sure that you're identifying gaps. You got to make sure that they're filling those gaps. You got to give them feedback. You got to enhance their performance. You need to be their catalyst. So in simple words, what I'm trying to say is this. The most effective way for you to manage your channels is to actually implement the PACE system with them because the most effective management system you know is the PACE system. So actually set up an aspiration goal with them. Help them to do the analysis stage by identifying all the problems which will come in the way of them achieving their aspiration goal. So they're prepared with the right strategies for them to execute this channel because for them it's going to be like another business in itself. Help them to get aware by being clear on all the elements they need to be clear about, building their competence and in their organization with their teams for them to execute this channel, for them to build the right kind of culture. And in fact, teach them how to do the stop system and you too have a stop structure with them so you're able to manage their performance, enhance their performance and manage their business as an extension of your business. And finally, provide them in hiring support. Because you're the expert in this business, not them. And if you can provide hiring support to them and support in the training of the hiring also, it will really go a mile in what scalability the business owner can receive from you. Because that's when they get the confidence to ensure that you have their best interest in mind and they're willing to put their heart and soul to ensure that this channel works for them. Because at the end of the day, it needs to be a win-win situation. Because every channel is an extension of you. So let's review. What are the pillars to make sure that your channels are successful? Pillar number 1, you need to provide marketing support. Pillar number 2, it needs to be a profitable and scalable business. Pillar number 3, you got to provide initial support to help them set up the channel and help them to transition to make sure that they're ready to do this on their own. They need to be prepared and being prepared is your responsibility. Pillar number 4, you got to provide them regular training and mentoring because ultimately you got to develop their competence. Pillar number 5, you need to have a strong performance review and management system and the best way for you to do it is to implement the PACE system and have a stop structure with them. For those of you who don't know, and I hope you do know, that STOP stands for Strategic, Tactical and Operational Performance Meetings. And finally, the 6th pillar is to provide hiring support, where you provide support in hiring to make sure that they have the right kind of resources, the right kind of training for these resources so that they are prepared. Is everybody with me? Awesome. So the next and the final strategy we're going to explore right now for you to build a channel is called a joint venture channel method, where very straightforward, this strategy is a method where you collaborate with another business to expand geography or scale up your products and services. And this can work in the form of forward integration or backward integration. What I mean is this. Sometimes you can collaborate with your vendor, sometimes you can collaborate with your client to come up with a new business or come up with different products and services based on the strengths each party have to scale up your business. Because you may be good at certain technical abilities and another business can be good at other technical abilities. And for you to scale up your business, you may want to come up with a joint venture together for you to make sure that you're scaling up your business. And there are so many examples of this all over the world. Let me take a simple example, specifically in a country like India, Maruti and Suzuki. Now, Suzuki is a Japanese company who had a joint venture in India with a company called Maruti to promote their cars all over the world. all over the country rather. And that is a typical example of how two companies or two entities with different strengths collaborate together to ensure that they have a joint venture and scale up their business. That was the way Maruti could scale up their automobile business in India, and that was the way Suzuki could scale up their automobile business into India too. And that became a common joint venture to scale up their business. The key is to have complementary functional strengths so that you can collaborate. So another way of collaborating and create a joint venture way of relationship marketing to expand your business and to generate more leads is to identify people who have complementary functional strengths, which means that you may have a strength in one business function and in a similar domain, there's another business who have a strength in another business function, and you both collaborate together to come up with a joint venture to scale up your business. Let me give an example of this in our own MBA system. We have a business owner called Santosh who runs an IT company and is purely into IT servicing, and his strength is development. He has a big team in a city in India where he has a lot of developers working for him, but he wanted to do international business, and therefore he has a joint venture with a Swedish company who has a very strong international presence all over the world and has a very strong sales presence in the IT domain. And these two businesses have come together to form a joint venture because of diverse functional strengths. Santosh's business having strengths in development and the technicals of IT solutions, and the Swedish company having strengths when it comes to sales for IT solutions. And they both merged together to create a joint venture to have international business all over the world. And this is a fantastic method for you to scale up your business because you can leverage each other's strengths to scale up and get more customers and more leads. Is everybody with me? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to identify, based on what strengths you have currently, what are the possibilities of joint venture in your business? And if there is a possibility of joint venture, on what basis will you join this venture? It's going to be based on business strengths or functional strengths, and what kind of companies are you looking out for you to venture with in a joint manner for you to scale up your business. Complete the task for you to get clear on how you can implement this strategy. Is everybody with me? Awesome. So let's review a total of relationship marketing, because we've covered quite a bit when it comes to relationship marketing. We covered the basic customer-based strategy of relationship marketing, where the first strategy was called customer referral request. The second strategy was called customer referral program. The third strategy was called using an influencer as a mentor. And the fourth strategy was called joining and identifying a business network for you to get access to more referrals. And then we explored the fifth version of relationship marketing, which is called channel building, and we explored 5 different strategies of channel building. The first one was called a referral partner strategy. The second one was called an agent and affiliate strategy. The third one was called a dealer distributor strategy. The fourth one, the franchise strategy. And the fifth one, a joint venture strategy. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to complete the entire task of relationship marketing and explore which strategies out of all these strategies are relevant to scale up your business for you to generate more leads. Remember, relationship marketing is still hygiene marketing and goes hand in hand with content marketing, because you will need content marketing to boost even your relationship marketing. And then find out, by implementing the task and working with your coaches, how can you customize and personalize these strategies for your business for you to make the best use of it. Is everybody with me? Awesome. So before we sign off, let's everybody do a quick declaration together. I want everybody to put your hands on your heart and repeat after me. I invest in win-win relationships consistently and genuinely. Come on, say it. Now let's say it one more time, twice as loud. I invest in win-win relationships consistently and genuinely. Awesome. And give yourself a massive round of applause. So go there, take action, implement these strategies, and figure out and explore for yourself how relationships can be used in a magical manner for you to generate more leads and take your marketing to a whole new level. Thank you so much, everybody. Go have fun with these strategies. This is Karan Hasija signing off. Thank you.